My name is CJ and this is Financial Motivation. And today in the program, Proverbs of Success coming from African countries. Today I'm looking at the Arab Republic of Egypt, Jumhuriyat Misr Al Arabia. This is the country that is considered the cradle of civilization. Why? Because in ancient Egypt, we saw that they were the earliest movements as far as writing is concerned, agriculture, urbanization, organized religion, and central government. So we can say that this is the cradle of mankind in many situations, more than one, because civilization has taken us to many different heights as far as development is concerned. So the word or the name Egypt has got a peculiar meaning because it refers to a border or it refers to a frontier. This is referring to the terms of the rich soil that surrounds the delta and the Nile Valley. The modern day Egypt that we have today got its independence from the British monarchy around 1922. And at this particular time, the people that are from Egypt, we call them Egyptians. The national motto of Egypt is not there. But as I was reading and as I was researching, I saw somebody say life, health, and well-being, and I loved it so much. So if the Egyptians can follow life, health, and well-being, I think it inspires each and every one of us to follow such a motto because there's happiness there. The capital city and the largest city of Egypt is called Cairo. The population of Egypt is approximately 93 million people. It's really large, and as far as the Arabian Peninsula is concerned, that's the highest population. But in Africa, it's actually the third one. The area that is covered by Egypt is vast. It's approximately 1 million square meters, and Egypt is a transcontinental country, which means that Egypt is also there on the Asian continent and it's also there on the African continent. So it has got several borders that I'm going to list right now. The country of Egypt is bordered by Libya, the Gaza Strip, Israel, and Sudan. Also on the other side, you see that it has got maritime borders with countries like Cyprus, Greece, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey. So as a result, that's why we say that it is a transcontinental country. The language that dominates Egypt is Arabic, and this is the modern standard Arabic. We can say a colloquial language which is just the Egyptian Arabic dialect because they have their own dialect compared to other countries. As far as the currency of this country is concerned, it is called the Egyptian pound. But when they say it in Arabic, they say the genie. The genie is that what they say about the name. The economy of Egypt is really strong and it can stand whatever is thrown at it. This is thanks to the initiatives that were put in place in 2016. We can see right now in the pandemic period, it is one of the few African countries that are looking forward to have a positive growth rate at around 3.6. Also, this country is looking to diversify. By 2030, there's a lot of diversification that is going to happen within this economy. So we really have a positive outlook for inspiration as far as the country of Egypt is concerned. It is the biggest economy in Africa as far as nominal GDP is concerned, and in the world it is ranked as number 20. So the economy of this country, well, it's pushing and is a leader. For inspiration, for growth, to learn from the captains of the industry, if we look at the richest man in Egypt, his name is Nassef Sawiris. If you want to learn, if you want to know, and if you want a role model, this is the person that you can look at. You can look them up and they'll give you a lot of information. He's the second richest person in Africa and in the world. Yes, he's around in the top 200, but well, we get inspiration and we get the result and the proof that as Africans, we can do it great. Noha El Ghazali, this is the richest woman in Egypt. And for the ladies, if you're looking for inspiration, this is a person to look forward to because she is ranked number 92 by the Forbes list. As far as work is concerned, as far as planning is concerned, as far as progress and success is concerned, it's always better to learn from somebody. So in this situation, well, Noha El Ghazali is the lady to learn from Egypt. The highlight that we can get from the country of Egypt is that this is the first country that produced the world's first prosthetic limb. It was simply a toe which was composed of leather, a hood, and a thread, and it dates back to 710 BC. That is a long time ago. So, even in the past, these guys were successful. That's why we say that they're going to take these African programs and they're going to inspire as far as the progress in the future of Africa is concerned. Just like all the other African countries, you would see that in Egypt, football is by far the most popular sport. The Egyptian national team is called the Pharaohs. And as far as the African Cup of Nations, we know that they have the cup 7 times, and they even had a treble 2006, 8, and 10, in which they were really dominant. Yes, they qualified to the World Cup in the previous year, and it was thanks to Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is one of the prominent sportsmen that we can find in this country. At the time of shooting, he's playing for Liverpool, and he has done so much for the club and the country. So it's a man to get inspiration from. Farida Osman, on the ladies' side, she's one of the Egyptians who is popular and who is famous as far as sports is concerned. But her trade plies in swimming to the extent that she has gone to the Olympics and she has raised the flag of Egypt and Africa very high, and we are on the world map. So, why do I put sportsmen in this story? We have the sportsmen because they put in a lot of discipline, they put in a lot of work and a lot of planning to achieve these results. In this, we mean that you can learn from each and every facet that you can get from the African continent. Proverbs of success coming from the country of Egypt. So the first one that we have is, your body is the temple of knowledge. Your body is the temple of knowledge. I believe that risk is something that you do not know. Most of the times we encounter or we face risk because there are so many things that we do not know. So in this situation, be inspired and know that your body is a temple of knowledge. You go to primary school, to high school, to university. Do you stop there? Many people make the folly of stopping reading and gathering knowledge and information as soon as they leave the 4 classes, the 4 walls of the classroom, because they think that's the end. But that is not the end. When the forefathers told us that the body is the temple of knowledge, they knew that continuous improvement as far as educating yourself and giving yourself information was very important. So be inspired right now. Is there something that you want to learn? Is there something that you want to do? Sit down, do the research, put in the work, and gather enough knowledge, and it will become the salvation of your success. The second proverb, each man thinks that his horizon is the world's limit. That's strong. Each man thinks that his horizon is the limit of the world. How far, how broad is your horizon is only where you can see, but actually that's not the limit. This is actually inspirational in a way because the forefathers in this situation were telling us that we don't have a limit. Who are you to think small? Your acting small does not serve the world, does not serve your community in the best interests. So if you only think that your horizon is the limit of the world, today, this is the day for you to change that mindset so that at least you can know that the world is limitless. In this situation, put down your paper, put down your strength, put down your power, and drive towards your plan, knowing that the results that you need are way out of this world. Because if you limit yourself to your own horizon, you're not going to achieve more. Broaden the horizon. The third and the final proverb coming from the land of Egypt says, movement is a blessing. Movement is a blessing. This strikes a very beautiful and a good chord in my heart and DNA because we were taught how to walk when we were young. Our parents, they made an effort for us to walk. So, what does this mean? It means that we have to move from place to place. if you are able to walk from place to place, then you can broaden your horizon and you'll be in a better situation. Not only that, but when you move, it's already a blessing. When you move, when you go to the next step, it means that blessings shall follow you. In any situation, if you have got a project, if you're not moving, please put even the smallest of effort, because even that teensy weeny small effort, it is a blessing. So take advantage of this, be inspired by this, knowing that your movement is guaranteed to give you something. There are so many proverbs that will tell you that you have to move. No matter the situation, you have to move. If you check many of the proverbs that I have produced over the past time, you see that we are talking about continuous movement, continuous development. So now we can confirm that movement is a blessing. Move in your relationship, move in your work, move in your goals. Movement is a blessing.